Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we are diving into the world of Python and learning about few concepts in Python such as how to comment in Python and what is print function and input function. So before we begin, if you haven't already, make sure you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of our content. So stick around as we explore how comments work in Python and how they can make our code easier to read. Let's get started. Okay, just let's take a look at this Python line is called a comment. As you can see right here, we have a comment. Anything following the hash mark is considered a comment and is completely ignored by Python. It's like having a little note to yourself or to other developers about what's happening in the code. But wait, there's more. Did you know you can use comments to temporarily remove lines of code from your program? For example, we have a block of code and you want to remove temporarily a few lines from this code by commenting out. Let's see how we can do that. So this is the code we have and we want to comment out one line from this code. See this line here, by adding a hash mark in front of it, we have commented out. Python will pretend it doesn't even exist when running the program. This can be super useful when we are testing our code and trying to figure out why something is not working as expected. And we have a shortcut key to comment out certain portion. Just select lines you want to comment out and press Ctrl plus backslash. And there you go, you have commented out. Now what's really neat is that Python ignores the blank lines after the comments too. It means we can add as many as blank lines we want to separate our code and make it look like paragraphs in a book. This way our code becomes more organized and easier to read, especially when we are working on a larger project. So let's quickly summarize what we have learned about comments in Python. They are lines in our code that Python completely ignores. We can use them to write notes, remind ourselves what the code does, or even temporarily remove lines of code while testing. Plus, Python ignore blank lines after comments. So we can add them to make our code visually appealing and well structured. And there you have it, folks. Comments in Python might be small, but they play a significant role in helping us write better code and collaborate effectively with other developers. That's it about commenting. Okay, now we are going to talk about a fundamental concept in Python programming, that is print function. This function allows you to display messages on the screen and we will show you exactly how it works in a moment. So let's get started. Imagine you have a message called hello world you want to display on the screen, or you want to greet your users and ask for their name, that is what is your name. So in Python we use the print function to do just that. So the print function is pretty straightforward. You write print function with the message you want to display inside the parentheses. So let's look at one example. You want to display print hello world. In this example, we want to print the message hello world on the screen. So we use the print function and we pass the message as an argument inside the parentheses. When we run this code, Python will display the message on the screen. So by the way, you see those codes around the message, they don't get displayed on the screen. as you see. They just tell Python where the string begins and where the string ends. They are not part of the message itself. You got it right? So now let's try another example. You want to print, ask for their name. What is your name? So in this example, we are asking for the user's name. The print function will display the message what is your name on the screen. So the message displayed on the screen, it's like having a conversation with Python. Remember, whenever you use the print function, you are calling it, and the value inside the parenthesis is the message you want to display, and the value is called an argument. But wait, there's more you want to know. You can also use the print function to put a blank line on the screen. You can use print function without nothing in between the parentheses. Just watch this. In this example, we are using print function without any message inside the parenthesis. And when you run this code, Python will print a blank line on the screen. So remember, when you write the function name, the opening and closing parenthesis at the end identify it as the name of the function. As you continue your journey, you will encounter many more functions and concepts, but don't worry, we will be here to guide you through each step. We have a separate video which describes functions in more detail. And that's it. We have learned about the print function in Python. Let's jump into another one. Alright, let's get started. Let's talk about a really cool function that allows you to interact with your Python program in a whole new way. That is input function. So what exactly is the input function? Well, imagine you have a Python program and you want to ask the user for some information like their name or age. So how do you do that? Here's the input function comes to the rescue. The input function is like a virtual waiter that waits for the user to type something on their keyboard and then hit the enter key. It's like a text box where users can type in their response. So let me show you how it works with a simple example. In Python, when you want to use the input function, you just write input in your code. For example, here's what you would do. To ask users their name, I'm creating the variable name, my name, and I'm writing input in this code. So I want to ask their name, and we are using print function to print the result on the screen. So now just let's break this down a bit. When you run these lines of code, so Python eventually will stop and wait patiently for you to type something on the screen. So here you can type a name like David and then you hit enter. What happens next is really cool. The input function here, it evaluates whatever you typed as text, and it's like it stores the text in a special container. We call this container a variable. So in our case, the container's name is my name. So if you typed David as your name, the Python will store the text David inside the my name container. It's like Python remembered your name for the later use. And guess what? You can use this my name variable later in your program to do all sorts of awesome things with the username, like saying hello or creating personalized messages. Just remember the input function always returns the text you type as a string. A string is just a fancy word for text. So if you type David, Python knows it's not a number but a piece of text. And that's it guys. You have just learned about fantastic input function. So you can ask now the user for their input and use it in your Python programs. How cool is that? So keep practicing and experimenting with it and you will be creating amazing interactive programs in no time. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting Python tutorials. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Happy coding. I will see you next time. Bye.